Anytime there's a top 10 clash, the focus of the entire nation zooms in on a game like that. When it's a conference showdown, the stakes are even higher. And the Volunteers will put it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Kentucky's offense will go
Beat them last time.
Last time these
This
two
is
rivals got
different.
together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they've been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
The Wildcats get it past the sticks.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a four-star linebacker.
He's going to help him out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position, so his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Doesn't quite make it to the
I
first
said,
down mark.
yeah, we go for it.
This offense wants to send a message on the opening drive of the game. No punting today. They'll go for it on fourth down. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do. Because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll mark it at the 12, and they'll start in a bit of a hole. The Volunteers offense will get the ball for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front. The hot mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches.
And he's all around them, and now it's first. The ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Oh no, Al.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To throw, it's Knight. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And how about the efficiency on that one? He'll bring up 2nd and 4. Here comes the hurry up. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. One want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. That'll be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback,
Let's see
getting him on
what
the ground, and
we
getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. Leaves it with the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for space. It's Payne. They get this sophomore on the ground, and he continues to make plays.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He's got incredible speed.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards.
Trying to force their way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Kentucky.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Use the play fake, down the throw. Sent it downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
We only got 1 yard pass.
You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Vols send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return.
We're going to pass it.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Setting up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Got enough for the first.
Well, it's okay.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? How about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
The Wildcats will try to convert on 4th down. Looking down the middle. Pulls it in easily enough for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. 2nd and goal coming up. Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Trying to have success on 3rd down.
Absolutely nowhere to go.
Oh, we're going for it.
Makes a 3rd down stop. They can make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a maul from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown ball.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive play.
It's a close game.
All year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The give to the lone running back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. On the run, it's Robbins. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking there by the running back. You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half.
Breaks into the open. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss it. If this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And this running back is so
Oh, Mississippi won.
He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's Knight. That's caught. It's Williamson.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Vols in the hurry-up.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you, too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it. They can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Volunteers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll pull it on the read. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Volunteers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way.
Hey, Tennessee, you were 52nd.
Man down on the play.
Well, I don't know if we can score. Man, our passing is off today.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Got his man. And And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Great coverage, and it's so hard when the ball's thrown down the field to stay patient, like not to grab the guy, not to start to overreact to the football. Nice job staying a little bit patient when the ball got there, deflecting it, knocking it down.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. And the Wildcats didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. They're looking to throw on second and short. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. This will likely be the last play of the half. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And this one splits the upright. And now they regain the lead. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors on our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
NC is
The drive
tough.
starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Catch in the middle. It's Williamson. And defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
And the Vols have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. The defense was in the neutral zone.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. From the gun, Give on the inside. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got the back in the middle. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Handoff to the single back. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
And the Wildcats need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Here's a hit. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately
Can't
wanted to
see it.
convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. They'll go to the ground. Finds a little space. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Vols want to crank the tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. And the Volunteers have it with a first and goal. They'll move the tight end. They'll use the running game on first and goal.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going.
Touchdown, Volunteers!
What the hell?
And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drop.
There he goes. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36.
Oh, shit.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. This one's complete. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
With the catch, it's Smart. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Catch in the middle, it's Smart. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Makes a connection. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. End zone play knows for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Here we go. Marches ahead. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making.
This is a fail.
So far in the end zone, we got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Turning it on. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Now on second down. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Volunteers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Dropping back, it's Knight. Quick strike complete. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down. And the Vols will put it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw it out there, spin the ball.
We honestly did not mean to do that, but
On this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Guys, that's the end of the quarter.
let's get a first down before
Let's take a quick look
waste
at the national
time.
rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Using the quick game, they'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And for the fifth time, the offense will go for it on fourth down. 2 for 4 so far. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up.
We just not afraid of going for it on fourth down.
In the second half, around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big fourth down stop.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
Throws to the wideout. He makes the grab. Touchdown, Vols! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
He had a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride. Gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And he'll just take the knee in this drive. Will start at the 25. Kentucky find themselves here. Fires to the big fella.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Trying to, ball is loose. Defense falls on the
No.
ball. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number one. He wasn't able to do it.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Vols are in the hurry-up.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Looking to pass. It's Knight. Oh, they're after him. Got rid of it just in time. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. And the Volunteers will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Caught over the middle. It's Smart. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down from 23.
Man, this is where you really hang your hat on your defense. You got to lead late in the game. Offense just punted because they trust you. They can put you out there to get a stop. When you have the lead, get the ball back to the offense. Let's see if this defense can come up clutch.
This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rival.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Going up top again. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Quickly out to the tight end. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into the zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Backed up now here, second and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smart. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins the football.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time
I'm
is
so
of the
fucking
essence for
hurt.
this offense to get things done. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up 4th down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the...
Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. Powers through the defender. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Trying to rumble in. Touchdown, Wildcats! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Critical juncture of the game late, and you're trying to find your best one-on-one matchup to take advantage of. Of course, it's the tight end. With his size, his wingspan, and his athleticism, really good decision by the quarterback at a crucial juncture in this game.
And they did tack on the extra point. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
Oh.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Knight. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He's taking a deep shot. Makes a grab down the middle. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. To the air on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Rush. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Fires downfield. Touchdown, Tennessee. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks.
Gonna let it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, it's
We've seen
over.
this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. What a show both of these